Welcome to Maylee Got Some Tea. I got a future, we got a future. Don't mess with people who don't got a future. Yes, that's right. Welcome to Maylee Got Some Tea. We do not play over here. We got future and we do got some tea. Let's get it. Oh my goodness, hi you guys are doing. Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, to the new YouTubers, to the new subscribers. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, I'm very grateful. My channel is growing and I'm so grateful today. You don't know how I'm so grateful right now, because in my Instagram page, my about the colorism and texturism and stuff like that went viral on that video, and I got about like 3.5k, and I'm very much grateful. Thank you guys for watching my video and supporting. Thank you to my manager who helped me with that video. I really appreciate everyone. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate everything. Thank you guys so much. I'm a little bit down, but I'm 50 good. I'm kind of 60 or 50 good. I'm 50-50 at the same time. But I cannot go away and let that story be like just told without giving my opinion, how I feel about this story and about this beautiful life. So today, before I start this video, we're going to talk about Shanquella Robinson. Rest in peace to her and her family, you know, because what happened to her was very tragic. And I remember in my videos, especially if you go back, I talk about stuff like this. I talk about, you know, envy. If I can go to my other video, I talk about stuff like this, because I tell you, envy people can get you know, people can get you killed, you know, can get people harmed. So before, like, seeing that happen, and I talked about it in my video and stuff like this, and seeing that stuff coming to light, oh my God, I'm telling you, I'm very heartbroken. It's like, oh my goodness. And I told people when I went to my work job and I showed people that video. It was very heartbreaking. It was very disturbing seeing her getting hit, pound, jump, and everything. My friends looked at it on that work job. My coworkers, they were so disgusted. And one of the young lady that I saw on the work job, she's new, but she said to me, like, if they had did something like that to my family, the minute I'm gonna do is arrest every single one of them and charge every single one of them, which she's right. And I want to say rest in peace to that young lady, because she did not deserve to die and everything. That was very sad. But what I have heard in the videos, that thank God now the FBI are now stepping in. They're not gonna start charging them and everything. I am very happy. I'm very grateful that the FBI are stepping in, because I remember somebody said, because they have to go viral for they can pick it up, because, you know, it have to go to all over the state, whatever it is. So it's, since the story is going on, celebrities are talking about it, and they get a very open awakening, so they have no choice but to just take that case. So, you know, it's very ashamed that it have to be millions of people to gotta tell to wake up to give this young girl justice. This is why I don't really F with the judicial system, whatever it is. And I went to my TikTok page. I was searching about this young ladies and stuff like that. You know, she's a very beautiful young lady, and I went to her page, and she's a hairdresser. She can do hair up to down. Like, she is an amazing hairdresser. She do children's hair, and it's amazing. And the sad thing is that I heard one of the people said that it's very sad to me that the person who used to make you look beautiful and amazing, that she's no longer here to make you look beautiful anymore. It's very sad. But I remember I checking my TikTok as well. There's more information coming out. What I have heard was, allegedly, is that one of her friend that was doing the pictures and, you know, videotaping. I'm gonna show you a picture of her. I'm gonna show you before we go on and everything. She was the last one before the video started ending. They ended everything. She grabbed her on her neck and flipped her over, and they said that she couldn't get back up. Like, she wasn't waking up. She wasn't doing nothing. they like literally, they said that when the first blow, like they knocked her down, it was over. She couldn't get back up and everything. And the fact that her friends, her so-called fake friends, what I'm looking at, they fake friends, fake ass friends, because I talked about this a long time ago. There's fake people in this world. It's a shame you have to go to this person's house. You killed this poor young lady. You know, these poor people child. You went to their front doorstep and knocked them and lied on their faces and said, oh, she got drug poisoning. From what I'm hearing from other people, they said they had drug poisoning before, alcohol poisoning. They said it's not like that. Sometimes it can be life threats, like it's not. So it's like the mother, and they changing their story, and they keep, and the mother said that every single time the boy come, because something was weird about this boy when he was talking that damn video, he will keep coming to this mom's doorstep and be like, oh, it's drug poison, it's alcohol poison, it's alcohol poison, alcohol poison. He keep reminding himself that, like, is that it's like a script. They're trying to remind themselves that this is what happened. But the mother was not falling for that bullshit. He knows something was wrong to her daughter, so it's like something was going on. Story was not acting up because everything was going differently. So when the mom started getting investigated, be like, no, something happened to my baby, do investigation. And they start doing it and everything. You know, the first thing that really pissed me off is that Mexico lied and said that, oh, it was drug poisoning. And when they figured, and they turned her body back to the USA and realized it wasn't drug poisoning, this woman got severely, badly beaten from her so-called best friend. She got broken spine. Like, I'm telling you, her lip was busted, eyes, everything was like, you can tell she was badly beaten, badly. That's what the autopsy people doing the autopsy said to that person's mother. So it's like, no, they didn't. There was no drug poisoning. This girl was beaten to death. So hearing this story and hearing that stuff like this, it makes me feel some type of way. So when the mother started figuring out, it's like, no, something happened to my baby. So when the mother starts figuring out, starts going to the police and stuff like that, so they have no choice. So to save their stupid ass, realize they had to send the video out to the public to make, you know, the bigger person who's fighting her, for she can take the blame. You know what I'm saying? But realize before that video cut off, it was more than what happened. I feel like one of these people, they said, like, allegedly from that other young man I'm about to show you, talked about, allegedly said that when the video cut off, the young lady literally picked her up and dropped her down, pick her neck, and like flipped her, and that's when like everything was over. That's when she was done. She couldn't get back up. She was over. So it's like something was happening. So what they end up doing is like, oh, you know what? I don't want to get blamed because this mother is coming here with her, just post the video for, you know, for that person can get blamed. But you know what? I'm telling you, since FBI is getting investigating, trust me and guaranteed, these mother effing so-called friends are gonna start singing like a bird. I promise you that. Because it's a shame. Trust me, they're going to start singing like a bird. The song starts singing. They're going to tell exactly what happened. I'm telling you. And I'm going to show you a little bit of this video of this the man that was there, so-called friend. I'm telling you, the way he was speaking, bro, the way he was speaking was like, he was so out of line with his talking. It's like, you can tell, like, he was not focused on what he's talking about. He keeps saying, like, oh, I did not do it, or whatever it is. I was trying to calm her down, this and that. You can tell by his voice, is like, no, something is not adding up. You did not do that. You're lying. You can tell when somebody's lying and it's up in your face when somebody is lying. And that young man was lying in front of the camera. It's sad. So I'm gonna, guys, show you this video. And also of that young man as well that was speaking and talking about what happened when that young lady passed away. He said that, oh, that what really effed me up about this is like, oh, I was making her listen to what's her name is Summer Walker song, this and that, like that, make her calm down. It's like, something is, you can tell he's lying. The story is not connected. You can tell when somebody's lying to you. You understand? Even from behind a screen, it's hard to hide it. When somebody is guilty of something and you guilty, and you have to keep reminding people like, I did not do this shit, didn't do nothing, then you are guilty. You guilty as F. That's why I always tell y'all guilty as F. Before I start anything, let me guys make you watch this video. Let me get this started, okay? I'll be right back with the video. Alright.
Mexico with a best friend of more than 5 years, and she is dead. But they are on Snapchat. They're promoting parties. They're fleeing the state. They're going everywhere but to jail. This is an open and shut case. This is murder. This is not no alcohol poisoning. This has nothing to do with alcohol poisoning. And they came back to Charlotte and told the mother and basically and the father that Shanquella died from alcohol poisoning, when in fact she was beat to death. And now the FBI is investigating her murder. They are investigating Shanquella's death as a homicide. And everyone that was in that room with her is all persons of interest. And tonight, I had to bring on the father of this beautiful, beautiful, successful black woman who was just young, living life, making money, being a boss, supporting everybody, loving everybody. Loved everybody but the haters. You know we don't love the haters. But tonight I had to bring this father on. I have been in contact with this family since the day I posted the first story, when I spoke to him and I spoke to Miss Alejandra and I spoke to Shanquella's sister, who I will be doing an interview with on Sunday. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring on Shanquella's dad, Mr. Bernard Robinson. How you doing, Mr. Robinson?
I'm holding through the grace of God and everybody prayers around this world, around this nation who have been praying and just watched, who have been listening to and reading about what went on over there in Mexico, Cabo.
Yeah,
that's how I'm standing through everybody's prayers and how they feel about this situation.
Yes, sir.
That's the only way I understand it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I definitely want to say you do look good. And I see that, you know, that God's grace and mercy is all in this. You know, we're both Bible believing men, and we know that God can do anything but fail. And God has been in this case from the beginning. Even in the room, God has been he's been involved in this. He knew what was going to happen, and he knew that he, you know, won't let those who are responsible get away with it. He's already working. And, you know, to see that Shanquella not only, you know, has had an impact on just Charlotte, but it's beyond Charlotte now. You know, the world see how beautiful she was. The world see how she can slay hair. The world see how of a woman she carried herself. And just to see that some no good, low down, dirty dogs would do something like this to someone who was at the top, and to reduce, tell your family, especially Khalil, who is, you know, the best friend of your daughter. Can you just talk about how you found out about your daughter's death, and can you talk about the lie that they told?
Well, at first, you know, I was sitting at home on a Saturday, which was the 29th. It was like 7 or 8 p.m. and the phone rung. I'm sitting there looking at TV. So my mom said, I said, well, mom's calling. So I picked the phone up and it wasn't sounding right. So she said, Shanquella gone. So, I said, gone, gone where, and she said, she dead. I said, dead how? And she said, alcohol poison. So when she said alcohol, I said, how she got alcohol poison? Where's she at? So she said, Mexico, Cabo. So, the phone just, my phone dropped and I just started crying. I'm trying to figure out who she was over there with, and so she was over there with some friends that she went to school with, went to Salem with. So I said, you know of them? You know them? She said, I know of them. I just know she went to school with them. So, from there, my whole night was just trauma, man. I just cried all that night. Just cried.
Yeah.
Not knowing, how, over in Mexico, where she at, or what,
Now,
right now,
go ahead, Dad.
it's just hard. It's just the point that alcohol poisoning. It didn't sound right.
Right.
I said, how you got over there? For the flu over there. I'm trying to. When she leave? So she left Friday. Got there 8:00. She said she talked to her on the phone, and they was sitting there drinking. Eating tacos and salads. The chef came in, and from there she said, I'll talk to you tomorrow. So from that point, that was Friday. So Saturday, so she telling me the whole story now. So from that point then, that's when she found her dead at 3:00. Say her friend Khalid was on the phone talking to us, and she was, sick, throwing up. They wasn't feeling well. She took a shower, laid back down, and they called the Airbnb house. They supposed to send a medic out, doctor out there to the house, and they had to pay $150 for the doctor to come. So when the doctor came, they had to look at her, try to put an IV in her arm, and so the IV popped out, and she went into a seizure. That's what Khalid telling, her mom's all this right here now. So,
right.
I'm trying to figure out, I'm listening to the conversation. So I'm trying to figure out, why Khalid, didn't give you the phone or let you hear the doctors. Then right. One of them in the house, one of them told her she need to wire $5,000 over there so they can take her to the hospital, or so she be able to get in the hospital. I say, $5,000 for what? I mean, she got insurance. She always had insurance. Right. So from that point, that's it. So then all of a sudden, Monday came. Okay, now we getting together trying to figure out where she at. So she on the embassy, calling the embassy. They giving her to run around. I don't know too much about Mexico, none of that. So me and my brother was over my mom's house. So as I'm standing here talking to y'all right now, I'm just hurting all inside. So my mind is really on my daughter, but I'm sitting here telling what was told to me. So what I had to do, in which I know it wasn't but God that led me to her. So me and my brother got on that phone and started Googling all the funeral home that was over in Mexico, Cabo. So we came up with funeral home Riviera funeral home over there. And first we called, a guy answered the phone. He didn't speak English. So we called back again, and another young lady answered the phone, and her name was Elizabeth. And from that point on, she said, I asked her, you have Shanquella Robinson over there? She said, yes, sir. Miss Robinson, I'm sorry for your loss. And so from that point on, she said, Mr. Robinson, I'm going to stick with you until I get your daughter back to the States. So that lady was like an angel. So a lot of paperwork had to be done. Her mom sent the paperwork was already in the system. So I called her back. She said, yeah, I got the paperwork. I need a release form so I can release the body. release her body to you. And so we did that. And the bill came up and everything. So I wired the money over there, After I wired the money, they got the body. So did the paperwork, and it'll take a while for that paperwork to get done because they had to transfer everything over into English.
Yeah.
So she got back here last Thursday, around about 5 o'clock. So I'm sitting there in the funeral home. As soon as that door opened and that box came in there with her in it, man, just cried like a baby.
Yeah.
Didn't even want to leave out the funeral home. My brother had to pull me out of there. I'm sitting here, looking at her, seeing, a knot on her head, her eye swole, she got a cut lip. And, that's a no alcohol wasn't going to do all that, So I said, something not adding up right here. And so y'all going to come back here to the States and bring her luggage back, sit right there in her mom's, in her sister's face, ate, told y'all story, how it happened, alcohol poisoning and all that. And then, 2 or 3 days later, when that report came back, the lady told me, no, Mr. Brown, your daughter didn't die of no alcohol poisoning. She died, it was trauma to her neck and her spinal cord. It was broke. So that's when I just had it. I said, no. I said, baby girl, your daddy is not going to let you die in vain. I will get justice for you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll get justice for you. So, going forward, I didn't let up. I did not let up, not one bit. And I know the grace of God has got everybody out here who caring and loving and everything and giving me the strength that I need to stand on this. Because I've been crying. I've been having my moments. I really can't sleep because that was my heart. It's a big hole. Y'all done came back here. Y'all got kids. I think some of you all got little kids from what I heard. I don't be on Facebook or social media or Twitter, all that. I don't that's not my style.
Yeah.
So I'm more of a person, I'm just laid back in the back scene. But all at the same time, her father has been here all along. Her whole 25 years she's been on this earth.
Yeah.
It's been her dad and all her friends who know me would tell you. Her dad.
Yeah.
Her dad.
Man.
I know for a fact. I know she probably called out for her dad.
Yeah.
And for her to go out here and suffer like that. For her to suffer the way y'all did, to beat on her because she's not a fighter. She's not a fighter at all.
Right. Yeah.
And it's a shame, for y'all men to be sitting in the room, the video I saw.
Yeah.
For y'all men to be sitting in that room and y'all let this go on, ain't do nothing. And Khalid, you supposed to be her best friend for 5 years. 5 years.
Friend. Now,
y'all supposed to be friends.
Yeah.
Friends just don't do that. Mom or not, but your parents ain't reached out to me. You all ain't reached out to me. So, I say something ain't adding up right here. But I just ask God to give me the strength and bring me justice. Show me what really happened over there, Lord. That's all I ask. I'm not perfect, but I know definitely where my help comes from.
Yes.
I know definitely where my help comes from.
Yeah.
And God has been moving. He's been moving.
Yeah.
And Gerald, the way God moved in you, when you say you called that Monday morning, I know I had prayed, say prayer, I always pray. And it's just how everything just going, it's just everything just coming. The cover has just been pulled off,
Yeah.
And, I'm still hurting. Like I said, I'm sitting here hurting, talking about this as I'm hurting right now, knowing in 2 days, I got to bury her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And y'all then came back here and shut down your Facebook pages. You're not talking no more like you was before you left. So what why you hiding? Just tell the truth.
Just tell the truth.
Just tell the truth.
Mr. Robinson,
tell the truth.
I want to.
You got a father here that won't even be, you got a father here now, won't even be a granddaddy. I can't even walk her down the, can't even walk her down the aisle.
Yeah.
Can't even hear a voice. Can't hear say daddy. She gone.
Yeah.
She gone.
Yeah.
And y'all took that from me. Y'all took that from me. And Khalid, I know she told you about her dad. I know she did. You got a dad. You know, y'all got dads and a mother that I know of. You know.
Yeah.
They can look at you all. Y'all can have a conversation. I can't have no conversation no more. It's gone.
Yeah.
So I had to come on here and, you know, speak my heart and speak my mind. You know, I'm not a deadbeat dad.
Yeah.
Anybody who knew me, all of my daughter's friends, know what type of dad I was.
Yeah. That's what I want you to do. And I know me and you talked, and we talked about having an interview. And I know we talked about, you said that I'm gonna give you one first because you've been working on it. And I just want to thank you because the people need to hear from you. These I'm gonna call them murderers. I don't care what nobody else call them, Mr. Robinson. I'm gonna call them what they are, my opinion, because I feel like that y'all knew what was going on and you still didn't say nothing. Now the problem I have is that Khalil came back, brought your daughter's luggage to the house, had dinner, and sat in y'all family's face and told y'all that Shanquella died from alcohol poisoning. And then when I called you about the video, you didn't even know anything about the video until I called you and told you about the video, and I sent it to you. And you know, now that the video is out, it definitely confirms what you were saying all along about, you know, this alcohol poisoning doesn't put a knot on your head. It doesn't swell your eyes. It doesn't bust your lip. It don't do any of that. And I know that that's one of the parts that you can't even fathom of how this man can come to your family's face and tell y'all a lie like that. Now, I spoke with Miss Salamandra. I spoke with Miss Robinson, and she had told me that Khalil had been coming back over to the house. He was coming around every day. Did he ever call you? Did he ever reach out to you personally and tell you, you know, what happened or any of that?
No, Khalil never called whatsoever. You know, what his mom was telling me, you know, he'll come over to the house. I guess he was coming over to see what kind of information they knew. But once I found the information out, that's how they found the information, was through me, that she had a broken neck and a broken spinal cord, trauma.
Right.
That's how they got the information, was through me. And then once they came, when I called and sent what happened, then he was over there. Then all of a sudden, what they told me, he got all sick and wasn't feeling good, and say his aunt was with him or his mama was with him. He wanted to leave. And when he left, they ain't heard no more from him, you know. So, and then when I saw the video, for y'all to beat her, knowing she's not a fighter, for y'all to, I don't know if y'all woke up out of her sleep, to beat her naked like that. Well, while she was naked, you mean, you know, to sit in that room and watch her, that girl hit on her like that while she was naked. You know, I mean,
it's
the men in the room. Wait, I mean, do y'all have sisters? You know, do y'all have a mother? What if someone show y'all the video like that? A man, someone beating on your mother or beating on your sister naked. How would you feel? And she's not even defending herself because she's not a fighter. You're already bigger than her. She ain't petite, no way no more than about 120, 125 pounds. That's not her style. Her style is not a fighter. Her style is not a fighter. She wasn't raised like that.
Yeah.
She wasn't raised there like that. She was raised to, you know, to have fun and treat people like she wanted to be treated. Laugh. You know, care for others. You know. And y'all want to take her over there out of her comfort zone and do her that way when she thinking she going over there to have fun. And y'all seen that, to me, it was a setup. You know.
Yeah. And that's what it's
as well. To the grace of God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get justice. She's not gonna die, and she will not die in vain.
No.
I'm gonna get justice. I'm gonna get justice.
Yes, sir. Yes, we are going to get justice. You are going to get justice. Shanquella is going to get justice. Your entire family is going to get justice. Now, Mr. Bernard, Friday, they are over in Mexico. Saturday, as you know, as you talked about earlier, Khalil calls and he says that Shanquella is not feeling good. She's been throwing up and she's resting. And then he calls back because tell him.
So I know the video was a little long. I apologize, but I had to give you guys a clear picture of what was going on behind the scene, a little bit of what was told of that young girl and what exactly happened, on all the lies and stuff that happened behind that. And I want to say thank you to this amazing young man, Garland Jackson. He did his best. He's the co-founder of this account of the North Carolina Beats. You will find him on Facebook. And he did his thing. He went and find for who did this. He contacted people. He did all his research. And he ended up talking to the father, as you just saw in this video. And he did an amazing job. Thank you to this young man who did his stuff. He did his stuff. He did what he had to do to get all the proof and facts came out, because he knew in this story it was so sad how it happened. So something had to be happen for that young girl to do it. So I want to say thank you to this young man. Thank you so much. And go to his, if you want to find him, his Facebook is the North Carolina Beat. So you will find him there. You will find the video that you want, except the clip that you just saw. I got it from there. So you will find it over there if you want to see the whole video. But when I was watching the interview that he was talking with his Shanquella father, you can see in the dad's eyes he was hurt. He lost his baby girl. He lost his daughter. You know, and you can tell by his movement, like he don't even want to be there. He just want justice for his daughter and everything. And he just he want to cry. You can tell by the father's eyes. And one thing I've learned is that, and the father said, it's like, I no longer, cannot have grandchildren, see my child with, I cannot have grandchildren, or go to her wedding, or say dad anymore. I can no longer hear her father. That is the most saddest thing any parents can experience in life. That is the saddest thing. And the thing I have realized that is the way they lied to this, to their parent, to this young woman's mother. This dude, I don't want to say his name, come into this person's house, the mother's house, bring the young so-called friend that they've been friends for 5 years. 5 years you've been friends with this young lady. You pack up her bag, you left her over there. And what I have heard is that they took money from her. Her money is stolen. So they running. But the fact that you took the bag and you went to the mother's house and y'all come with these schemes and lies and stuff like that, and lies to the mother's face, in her face, about what happened to her daughter, and said, oh, it was alcohol poisoning. And then the fact that you kept coming back, you keep repeating yourself, alcohol poisoning, or she died from alcohol poisoning, or she got from alcohol poisoning. When people do something like that, you are guilty. You're hesitant. People who's guilty and they're trying to act innocent, and they will always come back to your house, make you feel like home, and this and this and that, when really they did it. So everything was so what ended up happening, the mother started feeling the Mexican people started saying that it was drug poisoning, whatever it is. And when you heard from the dad's video, you heard what the dad said. He said that when they had to get his daughter bodies back in the U.S., and he looked at his daughter, he's like, and he started bust out crying because the daughter had busted lip, like it was a knot on her head, and everything was wrong with her. Everything was wrong. So he said, no, this is not drug poisoning. So when they did the autopsy, and they said that, no, your daughter it was not drug poisoning. Your daughter died from fatal injury. Like she was being tortured and attacked. Seriously. That is the worstest thing to hear. So when the thing got back to them and people start speaking out, they start confessing. The mom called, whatever it is, they start saying like, my daughter did not die from that. She died from from beatings. So they're trying to ask her what happened. So they keep lying and saying that, oh, I didn't do nothing, this and this and that. So whenever happening, they post a video just to save their asses and put the blame on the other girl. Or put the big thing on the other girl when really that's deeper than that. So because remember in the I heard what they said here before I go. Let me read this for you. In the North Carolina beats, that Caesar, it said the source close to Dejanay Jackson tell the North Carolina beat that 25-year-old Shanquella Robinson was so grabbed by the neck, slammed to the ground by Winter Dovin, the girl who was standing on the right holding the cell phone recording footage of the new patrol viral video of Shanquella being assaulted. So I'm telling you, before that video was, done and that camera's turned off, that other girl, you're going to see it in the screen, took her by the neck and slammed her on the ground. And they said that she couldn't get back up. She couldn't get back up. So I'm telling you today, I feel like it's not what I feel, it's what I feel like that happened allegedly. They planned that trip for that young girl to die. They planned it for her. Exactly. It's like she was planned to be there. You come in with your friends, have a good time, and you end up dead. They planned for her to die. Yes, they did. Because jealousy is a hell of a drug. Envy is a hell of a drug, too. Envy will make you do a lot of crazy stuff. And the fact that the father is crying, and I'm hurt for the dad. I'm very much hurt for the father. He said, no, the dad said, no, you're not going to end up like this. This father is not going to let her daughter end up like this. No, he's not going to let her daughter end up like this. Never. He said, I'm going to get you justice. This is crazy. And I remember, and I hope you guys learned something a little bit from this. Be careful who you're friends with. Just because you and your friend have something in common, whatever it is, that doesn't make them your real friend. Because a lot of things, because let me tell you something, friends that have stuff in common often change. You understand? It often change. A lot of things change. Watch your friends' movement. See how they talk about you. See what's changed. Body language and how they speak to you, it says a lot. It says a lot. It says a lot because imagine you went on a trip with you and your friend. You expect to have a good time with you and your friend. And have a good time. And having a good, amazing time with you and your friend, that so-called friends that, they supposed to care about you, end up hurting you. Because let's be honest, who needs enemies when you have friends like these evil effers? Seriously. And then you can hear from the video from the fight, because I'm not gonna post it here. I don't know if y'all can go to other people's pages and post it, because I don't want to watch this video. I don't want this video in here. I'm sorry. When she was grabbing the girl, and then the idiot so-called friend in the back saying that, damn, girl, you could have do something, fight back. Fight back. What? And you can hear in the girl voice, she said what? She said no. And the dad even said it. The dad said it himself. Shanquella is not a fighter. Like, she don't fight at all. You can tell by the way she's moving, she don't like to fight. That's not what she's about. And then looking at them, it's like, and then when you hear from the girl, she said, I'm sick of your shit. You hear it. From that point of on, you already know what's up. She did not like her at all. She did not want her at all. You know when somebody's envy of you. You know when somebody do not like you. It's like, why be somewhere when you know you don't like somebody? You know you hate somebody. Why be there? Why be somewhere you know you're not gonna like this person, or you have an animosity towards that person? Why come? And then looking at this girl and then describing to her, and then to like what happened to her bodies and everything. It was sad. And I remember I talk about this in my other videos. I said to you guys, like, envy is a killer. Envy will hurt you, will make you change a lot of things. Like, for example, let's say you had a friend. That friend is making money, big banks, big dollars, everything. A lot of things changes for that friend. And you're not being successful, as your other friend is, because she got her stuff together, her shit together. She's getting her stuff done. But because you lazy as hell, except you learning from your friend and tell her to give you advice how to do, because she's your friend, she's supposed to help you. But because you so envy of the person, you upset because you probably didn't have the idea or the confidence to get up and do what she did. You upset. So what you do? You start being fake. Talk behind their back. So when you get angry, you lash at them. And guess what? You all do all this shit and end up doing what? End up like a Shanquella Jackson. Like, come on. I always tell people, stop forcing. I remember this one lady, she came by the drive-thru, and she told me, like, don't have friends. It's better be by yourself, because it is better be by yourself. Because you won't end up something like this. It's okay to have some one or two friends. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, a lot of y'all women want the aesthetics of a female. Oh, I want a girl who's thick. Remember, like the other rapper girl said, what's her name again? I think it was Cupcake, whatever it is. Oh, I want a girl with a big ass. Look good. Is she skinny? Nope. Is she fat? Nope. She cannot come in. Her hair's not done? No, she cannot come in. She cannot dress? No, she cannot come in. What? How does that even make any sense? Y'all like the girls with the aesthetics. That makes no sense to me. And then when you find out who they really are, and it's like a huge shock to you. No. Be careful who you being friends with. Because it's going to show you at the end of the day. And do you know what I really hate the most about it, End? Is that so-called friends sit there and let her get jumped. And you can hear in what the dad said, how you all guys are her friends. Especially the one who been her friend for 5 years, so-called. let somebody put their hands on her that bad. You see she's not fighting back. Why continue it? Oh no, she was not her friend. They were here to do something. There was a plotting because remember, they stole something for her. This girl had money. They probably didn't. They probably have to save a lot of money just to plan this shit. Just to start it. Because remember, what is the most where you cannot get crime or we cannot get, convicted, whatever it is? We can just get away with murder. Go to another country. Go to another country to do it. You can get away with that. But actually, no, now they can't. Because now the FBI is opening. So you guys, you have to do your job. Continue spreading and talking more about this young lady to give this young lady justice, because the way she died was a mess. Was tragic. Was disgusting. And it's now making people look at their friends sideways. It's like, damn. Like, if her friends can do that to her, and I'm in this position, and I'm have something, some of my friends don't have that kind of thing that I have, but it's okay, we can work together. How they feel about me? You guess what I'm saying? So it make people start thinking of how, like, is you a real friend? Like, are you gonna hurt me like the way this person? It make you start thinking like, damn. It make you irradiate your friends. Like, are you a real friend? It makes you start thinking, did Sherry did this to me? Did Sherry did that to me? It really makes you think really deeply about this. Because I once had a friend, I was going through a lot. People was picking on me. She wasn't there to back me up. I was getting all the way lied to. People lied about me and stuff, and she allowed them and believed them. But guess what? I had a real friend that even stuck up for me and said, you know what? Leave her alone. I would never forget her. And still won't. That's why I always tell you, young ladies, be careful who you friends with. Because how I heard that story and the father, it makes you want to cry. And I know you guys just seen that video. It really do something to you. It's like, damn. It makes you start irritating. Like, is my friend gonna do that to me? Is she gonna hurt me like that? Is she gonna do what that other girl did? Is she gonna do it to me? I don't want her to do it to me. Because that shit was sad. It was very sad. I don't want nothing like that to happen to anybody. Watching that, let's be honest. Watching something like that, you don't even want that shit to your worst enemy. Come on now. You wouldn't want that to your worst. It was terrible. And then watching it was so brutal. Because the young lady's not fighting back. She's not hurting anybody. She's not doing nothing. She's not doing nothing to hit that person's back. She's not, and you can hear in the video, she said, hit back. She said no. This is crazy. In this world, we no longer have friendship. When was the day that, and somebody talk shit about your friend, I got your back. But we don't have that anymore. Now you leave your friends at the club by themselves, drunk, soaking wet, just like that, and leave them there, and something happened to your friend and end up dead. Whatever it is, you're like, I wasn't there. But you're supposed to be her friend. You're supposed to be the one that watching over her. Where were you? I don't understand. Where were you to watch over your friend? We no longer have friends, trust friends, because we now have to watch our friends to see, would you do this to me? Would you hurt me like this? Because remember, he been with the other friend for 5 years. And you allow something like that to happen to your friend? You serious? It really make you start thinking a little bit too deeply. That's crazy. That's very, very much crazy to me. But before I go, guys, I hope you guys... I don't want to say I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because it's not something to enjoy. It's something to learn from. I hope you guys learn from this video. to what I have to say. I know I'm not probably the best speaker, whatever it is, but I speak as much as I can. I speak how much factual as I can. I speak how much, in my opinion, I can. Because what happened to that young lady needs to not happen to anybody. Because it was sad. It makes you want to look left and right to see, do I trust you? You know what it showed me? No trust. And you can see, like, the girl was having fun. She came here to have fun. She didn't come here to be beaten and killed. All these damn foolery people was jealous of her. And she had more money than all of them that was in there. And they was mad at about that. It's like, you know what? Let's rob her. Let's do what we gotta do. You know? It's crazy. But it's sad that we have to look left and right, even to the people we're close in. Because a long time ago, remember, we have to look right for strangers. You know, criminals. Look left and right, you know. See your car. Make sure you park your car this way. You know, whatever it is. You know, make sure you bring your friends with you. You know, make sure you bring that with you. But it's like, is my friend gonna plot me and kidnap me and sold me away, whatever it is? Because the way that girl be treated, is she gonna do it to me? Should I watch her? Not just anybody. So we have to watch ourselves now. We have to watch ourselves. We have to watch if I'm gonna be safe going to my friend's car. If my friend gonna take me somewhere and kill me and butcher me and throw me away. You have to watch that too. Cause friends can be for 5 years. Remember 5 years? Trust me, sweetheart. A friend can give you up just like that. I know friends that will just give you up just like that to officers. Or to anybody. And your friend this and that will give you 5 million if you just sold it to me. Or they will give you like that. You can be with your friend for 10 or 20 years. Some friend will give you up just like that. Their so-called friend is no longer so-called friend. It's called fake friends that have been there for 20 years and they know how to do it. Trust me, I know. I don't want y'all to look at a video to like and enjoy. I want y'all to look at this video to learn yourself and be careful who you are friends with. Just because you and that person have the same thing in common or same color, whatever it is, doesn't make you compatible. Because let me tell you something. When years go by, things start changing. You start changing with your friends. You be like, oh, damn, what happened? We used to be just like this. Because, yeah, things change. You start getting money. You start doing this. Yeah, things change. So be yourself. Don't let anybody tell you you cannot do something. You can. And be very careful of who is around you. Because let me tell you something. Truth, little truth will always come out. Let's for example, you going out, you look cute, look sexy, you being successful. It's always that one little friend that'll be something slick to say. And be like, oh, you good, you alright. Or that one friend that be like, oh, you could have just did this, but you really fine. Watch for these friends. Watch for them. They're the one that's going for your downfall. They're preying on your downfall. No friend deserve to what just happens to that. No. Why would anybody want that to somebody? Watching that video make you sick to your stomach, doesn't it? So, I'm gonna guys leave you guys there. It was a very emotional thing I had to take in. It was hard to even take some words out, but I managed to get it all out as much as I can. Be safe out there. You know, you don't have to post everything for the gram. You know, because not everybody's happy for you, sweetheart. Even the friends you thought was supposed to be there for you, they're not there for you. It's better share your wealth and happiness for yourself and people who you know, your family who really, really loves you. Share, throw your wealth privately. Have fun privately. People don't have to see it. Because not everybody's happy because nowadays people are getting robbed, killed, and everything. So I want to leave you guys with this. You guys be safe. And I am still happy about the following and everything that I have gotten. And I'm just so grateful. You do not know how much grateful I am, but I am kind of feeling a little bit down. I'm not a little bit jumpy, but I am happy. I am grateful for everything because I'm very grateful. And I know I'm not feeling a little bit happy, like I said, because, I'm feeling down. I'm having a headache. But I didn't want to let that story go for like 2 months and just now speak about it. No, I wanted to speak about it now, as fresh as it can, for this girl can get enough justice, because the minute you speculate, it's very too late. They're going to drop everything. So you have to say as much as cries as you want for this young lady to get justice, because the father is weeping and crying for that young girl to get justice. She don't want that daughter to die in vain like this. No, you don't want anybody. You don't want your sister. Like, come on. Like the dad said, why would you want your sister naked, fighting like this, humiliated? Nobody want that. I want that for my own sister, my own brother. So, get justice. Justice for Shanquella Jackson. I hope I'm saying it right. Shanquella Jackson. Like, hope, like, whew. The thing that happened to that young lady was so sad. You don't want that. Trust me, sweetheart. You do not want that for anybody. Even your close, even the enemies. You don't want that to happen to. So, I'm going to leave you guys there with this information. I give you a little what's going on, whatever's, what's going on behind the scene and stuff like that. Give you a little bit of detail. I don't know if this stories are true allegedly, but I know that this young man did his research. He did what he had to do to talk to the father and say what they had, what happened, whatever happened to her. And this was sad. And the fact that it's not even close enough to tell that when the camera shut off, that young lady that I just told you is the one that did the last blow for that young lady that lost everything. That makes her heart just stop. She couldn't handle it anymore. It was so much for her to bear. So she had to just take her last breath and she was gone. So it was sad, but rest in peace, sweetheart. And learn from that young lady and be careful who your friends are. You don't have to bring too much friends in your trips. Because I know a lot of video they show you these, I have a lot, I have 10 friends, whatever it is, they're having trips together. You don't know behind the scene they're talking a lot of ish behind each other. They don't like each other. Oh, I'm just her because she have that. Or they're just because they have this one. They have there because they have this car, this house, this lifestyle, this kid, this husband. Like, come on. So, it was so much to bear. It was so much things I had to do and just find, I just find just enough I can. But I hope you guys see a little bit. You have a good understanding from that video. It was sad. It was torture. Oh my God. It was, no one deserved that. But as we are far from this, we are in the end of this video. I want to say, guys, I want to tell you guys, thank you so much for everything that you've done. Thank you for the 3.5K follower views. Oh my God. I am proud of myself. Thank you guys a lot. But please, the people who's watching, please subscribe. I would love my numbers to be in case too. Please subscribe as well. But thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, everybody who keep supporting me and everything. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to follow me on my social medias. And yes, have a good day. And please, guys, be safe. Watch your surrounding and everything. So I want to let you guys go with this, everything that you see there, with this story. Do what you gotta do. Do your research and everything that you gotta do on this. And yeah, and justice for Shanquella Jackson. You rest in peace, sweetheart. All right. Bye.